Hey, it was Danny and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a knife review. Now, it's been a while that I reviewed a knife, but that does not mean I haven't been purchasing knives. Um, so you're going to have to forgive me with that. So with that said, I just want to get right into it because I don't want to waste your time. 15 minutes of your time can save you a world of pain. Now, off the bat, I'm just going to be honest. Off the bat, I'm going to be honest with you. We're doing a review on this Barrage 583 BK 2207. I'll be real, look at that, real honest with you. Just got it in the mail. Well, I had it for a couple of days, but I'm just like opening it and actually reviewing it for your convenience. Look, come here. I don't really like this knife. This really isn't for me. Why you got so bright? Okay. It's not really doing it for me. So it's a good knife. I'm gonna say firearm. It's a good knife, and it's great for EDC, but I don't really like it. I'm gonna tell you why. It's assisted open or something like that, and I'm not a big fan of that. It's a one way. It's much gonna really happen when the knife is a one-way knife. I don't really like that, and that's ultimately what's gonna be the turn off for me. But there's someone out there who loves stuff like that, and kudos, more power to you. You know yourself and you know your worth. So, okay, back up a little bit. Back up. All right, back up. With that said, I'm gonna get into a little breakdown of the video, and I don't want to bore you with the details of the style of the blade, Tanto, of course. Right? Look at that. Let me take this off real quick. Oh yeah, okay. It comes in the blue box. Okay, it comes with the axis grip thing and the instructions. It's a plain edge blade, so Benchmade does that whole lifetime sharpening thing that no one ever uses or very few people use. So you ain't got to worry about the edges of your blade going dull. You can send it to Benchmade. You can send it to Benchmade and they will sharpen it for you, and all of your problems as far as a dull blade will be solved. But with that said, it is a Tanto, so you're gonna have that really sharp, angular looking anime kind of knife on you. So yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with the steel. S30V is very common, you know, and I'm pretty sure a majority of you don't even care that this particular one is a limited edition, which is why I bought it. I don't know what's limited about it. I did zero research because, you know, when you're looking for a knife, you just want to know, is it comfortable to carry? And I'm going to answer that for you. It is comfortable to carry. I will give you that. Except it's not a deep pocket carry. When you get this out right out the box, you're probably going to have to make an additional purchase to remove this thing that I don't know why at this point they don't just give you the option of having like two, where you can pick this clip or like this clip. If you get this blade, particularly like specifically this blade, they give you two different clips, a short clip and a deep pocket clip. So they thought about me. I don't know about you, but they thought about me. The blade is kind of a mid-size, but it's very powerful. I don't know, you can't even like tone that back. That's why I never really cared for the assisted blades, because you don't really control the force, the G's that it generate when it's opening. But it's a mid-size knife, okay? It's a mid-size blade. Compared to like this, I'm putting on the other camera. Look at that. That's gigantic. I'm gonna actually line up, or this, the North Fork. It's a relatively smaller blade, where this is kind of a small, not a mini, but it's a small blade. This is more of a compact, but normal. And this is like an extra large blade, but this has the best features, if you ask me. Um, of all the blades we have on this table right now. Yeah, it has the best features. It's carry up, carry down, ambidextrous. You can change the clips. It come with a deep pocket clip, and it come with a glass breaker. I did a video about this already, and that glass breaker feature is one of the most unnecessary but useful things you can have in your arsenal. Look, I'm gonna put these away because you don't really need this. This is a nice blade too. It only carries, you can only carry this blade up, but you get the deep pocket carry, which is a must. Because let me tell you something. You carry this blade, you carry any weapon into any building unauthorized. That's criminal trespassing. You should know that. That's a real charge. Your life will change if you break that law. This also has the auto lock, so you can lock it when it's open. Now, I just don't understand the reasoning behind it, behind that, like the locking feature. But I know that there are people out there that they need that feature. So it's just too much happening for me. I'm just a special kind of guy, I guess. And again, you couldn't carry a pocket up, all right? But it is ambidextrous, left, right. You get your lanyard hole. It's a G10 body, if that's what they call it, if that matters. There's not really a lot of like gimping. I wouldn't even qualify this orange stuff as gimping. I would just say that it's more of a artistic interpretation of what they want the blade to do. There's some little grips here, but it's a plastic, so it's a smooth plastic. And if your hands is oily or has some type of slippery substance on it, pause, you gonna have some issues holding the blade. And again, you're not gonna cut yourself. I'm guessing that's why they put that lock. I'm guessing. I don't really know. Again, I don't know what function the auto lock. If you do know, like, you can write that in the comments below. Give me some practical examples of why they would have an auto lock. I understand when it's closed because sometimes the blades will open in your pocket, um, and that could be a problem. That can be a problem. But yeah, I don't want to bore you with the details of the particular blade because it's not really that interesting. It's not interesting. The questions you want to answer is if you are in the market for a new blade, is it worth the purchase? If you are a assisted open kind of person and you like that, you prefer that, okay. Oh, and the blade is the coated blades. It's not a deal breaker for me because they look good if you don't use it. The coated blades, they look really good if you don't use them. But, and here's an example, if you do use your blade to do random things, like when I go camping, it ends up making the blade look kind of, focus for me, my boy, focus, kind of crazy. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if this is being translated correctly, but you end up having like a little bit of wear on the corners. It's really lame, to be honest with you. And that coating is not repairable. They won't repair it for you. So it looks good on the blade, but it's just one of those things that if I could do without it, I wouldn't really have it. Now, the blades that I have that are coated are D2. I don't really have any SWV, or there's other brands, but are other steel types that are out there. I just don't remember them off the top of my head right now. But the D2, I said D4 or D2, doesn't matter. The D2 steel definitely doesn't take that coating well, and it's a little bit annoying. This might do better, SWV. Um, it's a really aggressive opening though, so I'm wondering if eventually that might create issues in the long run, but I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. Yeah, and the color is cool because it's limited edition, I'm assuming. It comes in black, and you could probably change this plastic that comes on top of it if you're really that dedicated. I'm not. So, but I don't have no issues with the green either. I think I like the olive green. I don't know if they call this OD green, but I do like the olive green. I don't have any issues with the color of the blade. It's a good size. You get a good grip. If you're just wondering if you should purchase this particular blade, you have good purchase on the blade. Like I said, not enough textures for me. Per se, like, I don't know what's the meaning of this. but I'm not knocking them. They call it the barrage. I don't know. Maybe this is helping with your attack style. I really don't. I really can't explain this part. But the design is definitely, it's interesting, but it's not something that I would want to carry every day. Not like this. See, this works well for me, and even this works well for me. This there's a little bit more texture in this diamond wood. That's what they call it, I believe. And again, you know, it just works. It just works for me. Like this texture works for me better than the plastic. But it's still a good knife. If you like auto assist and you like coated blades, it's definitely gonna scratch that itch you have. And if you're into collecting knives, definitely. Now, the turn off for me, though, like I said, why I wouldn't particularly, why I'm not going to keep this blade, actually, is because of pocket. I don't really like to change this out. I really don't like to change this out. That's when I say that. I don't like to change this. I don't like to change it out. These are very difficult to come by, and it's a add-on. These knives are going to run you at least $170, and now you have to purchase a clip. So that alone is annoying. I don't really like it. And I don't like to carry my knives because I'll forget and I'll go in someplace and catch a charge. So I rather deep pocket. That way if I forget, at least it looks like a pen. I'm hoping. And I like the steel, SWV. I like the steel. I just don't like the coating. The plastic is a little bit too smooth for my liking, but I like the G10 body. But the assisted open thing just really, and the auto lock, it's just not a, that's like a deal breaker really. The clip piece, and it's assist open. That's a deal breaker for me. But if this is something that you're interested in, this is a great blade. You're gonna love it. I mean, it feels good. It weighs about 5 ounces. You know, and I didn't want to get too techie, but it do weigh around like 5 ounces, so it's not too heavy. It's about the same weight as a roll of quarters, $10. So you won't be able to tell the difference. And it's gonna be clipped if you carry. You know, if you double carry, you bring a knife and the firearm on the same side. Depending on the firearm, it probably won't weigh your garments down too much. Never really did a test of that, but I do carry a knife and a firearm on the same side. I do switch it up sometimes, but in most cases, you're gonna catch me with them on both sides. You don't really feel the weight, but I'm a bigger guy, and you know. Oh, dang it. Now I can't return it. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about this. I just really want to take 15 minutes of your time to let you know how I interpret the Barrage, the limited edition. It's a beautiful blade. It give you all the standard features, except and the auto assist. It's just that the closing part, and it's hard to break in assisted open knives because you know it's assisted open. It's not really you creating the action to open the blade. It's sort of come pre-designed to open. So I don't really like that too much. And I like the ability to close a knife with one hand. You can't really do that with this unless you're gonna put the blade on your skin. And if you're an emergency worker, this might have a place for you. But then again, if you're gonna close the blade, if you're gonna close the blade, little tongue twisted there thinking about it. I'm like, how? Without at least once almost cutting yourself. Anyway, that's like I said. This is the Barrage. It's a decent blade. If you're in the market and you like assisted open, coated steel, SWV, non-deep pocket carry blades, you're gonna definitely, if that don't bother you and you like it, you're gonna love it. If that is a deal breaker for you, then you might have issues with the blade. I cannot say that enough. I am not saying that you shouldn't buy the blade. I'm just saying that for me and my style of carry, it doesn't really do it for me. But it is a beautiful blade. I cannot say that enough. I like Tanto. I like Tanto style. I like the steel. I like the look, the color. Just don't like the assisted open in the pocket. The clip. That right there is enough to just break my soul. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to do the things that you need to do on YouTube to keep this in Al Gore's rhythm. With that said, have a good morning, night, evening, wherever you at. 1.